And welcome back to News 10 at 9. We are joined now by Ryan Eldridge, co-founder of Nerds on Call. Good morning to you, Ryan.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
All right, this is not so fantastic. Your Facebook account gets hacked. What do you do?
Well, the best thing to do, first thing you want to do with Facebook is go to facebook.com/hacked. And there you're going to answer a couple of security questions. They'll ask you what your username is, what your password is, maybe name a friend that's on your Facebook account, something like that to prove your identity.
Okay.
And that'll let you get back control of your Facebook account. That's basically the first thing you want to do.
Facebook.com/hacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is once you get into the account, you want to click on that gear icon in the top right, immediately change your password. Hopefully to something really obtuse and crazy.
Like what? Not just a capital letter and some lowercase. You're talking...
You need to have probably 10 to 11 characters. You want numbers and letters and all kinds of funny things in there. Things that are hard to guess. Most hackers, they get in through what's called a brute force attack or a dictionary attack, where they're just running scripts against your password constantly. And if your word is in the dictionary, we can basically crack that password in under 10 minutes. It's really not, it's very trivial.
Even if it's personal, or what if the words are I've heard misspell a word.
Yeah, even if you misspell it, they can still get in. Think of like the AP the other day, they got attacked in the White House thing. Or you think about some of these other major news organizations that have gotten hacked recently. Sarah Palin got hacked. It's really, they're just guessing passwords.
Okay.
And so the harder you make it, the easier it is. But then we as humans have trouble. So use a password management program, something like LastPass.com. It'll remember all your passwords for you. You don't have to remember every password you've got in the planet.
But can someone get into that?
Well, that one you just make more an obtuse password, but then you only have to remember one. Because keep in mind, if you're like most people, you use the same password for your email, for your Facebook, for your banking and everything. So once they've gotten into your Facebook accounts, they can get into all kinds of stuff if you're using the same password.
Okay, so back to Facebook. Now you have control. You went to facebook.com/hacked. You have control. You changed your password. Now what?
Once you reset your password, the next thing you want to do is check the apps that are in your Facebook account, because that's usually how these guys get in. So have you ever seen your friends? They've got the free iPad. Win a free iPad. I've got mine. Or take a look at who's looking at your profile on Facebook and you click it. Well, the problem with those is they give all kinds of permissions to look at your stuff on Facebook.
Right, and usually you say okay to the permission.
Yeah, you just say, whatever, that's fine. But the problem is, once they've got permissions, they can see your friends, they can see your personal information, they can see all kinds of stuff, and they can take control of your account that way.
Okay.
And so you want to make sure you check all your apps, revoke permissions, delete the apps that you don't want to use in there. And then when you get into that gear icon section of security, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you change your security questions. Because if you change your password, but you don't change your security questions, all they've got to do is know what street you grew up on, or something else.
They can go to facebook.com/hacked and redo it all over again.
Yeah, and then just do it all over again. So you've got to change your security questions. There's also a cool feature that if you click notify me on login, it'll send you a text message every time somebody logs into your Facebook account that's never logged in before. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So that way you can at least say, hey, wait a second. I'm not in India right now. What the heck's going on? And you can say, log everybody out of Facebook, and you can kind of lock it down that way.
You also say change other passwords too. So once one account gets hacked, I need to go and change my Yahoo, my Gmail, my this, my that.
Once they get into your Facebook account, if you're using the same password for your email, the problem is all of your passwords are stored in email. So for an example, if you're on Bank of America and you say, oh, reset my password, they're going to send you an email to your email account. And then they can reset all those passwords in your bank account and everything else. So you want to be very careful not to use the same passwords. That's why LastPass.com is actually really good.
All right, so it all starts with just having a real strong password.
That's number one. That's usually how they're going to get in anyway. Okay. Then the second one is the apps. Make sure you're looking at the apps and the permissions you're giving them, and make sure you revoke those permissions or get rid of the apps that you're not using. Things like Farmville and stuff. Who plays that, really?
Well, some people do. Ryan Eldridge with Nerds on Call. Thank you.
You're welcome very much.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.